This is what I'm shooting for the 2025 season, indoor and 3D. Welcome back, guys, to another video. So I made the jump from gold tip to Altra arrows. I'm shooting the Central Premier 25s. Like I said, I was shooting the X cutters last year, no complaints, liked them. Just wanted to try something a little different. So I went with the 25s, and I will honestly say, this is not any kind of sponsored review. I'm not interested in getting sponsored. I've been really impressed on how they've turned out. So I've got the 120 grain point up front, a 27-inch carbon to carbon, and running the Altra pin nocks, but I did go with the AAE IP5 nocks, I believe. I started shooting them last year and liked them, liked the consistency. Another big change was the tack vanes, and I know that you can find whatever opinion you want with tack vanes. I thought I would start with just I am pretty thorough in my arrow builds. I know with the gold tips, like I always wanted to make sure the light points were with the heavier shafts and so on. I spent a whole lot of time sorting and matching and all those kinds of things. And it took a lot of time, honestly. I spent several late nights building shafts, making sure that they were all very close and consistent as possible. So I began listening to the hype about Altra arrows and how the consistency from the shafts to the points and all the components that goes into it. I was like, well, I'll give it a try. I will say that the hype is true. I built a half dozen of these within just a couple hours, between deciding on the length that I wanted to go with and getting them put together, just a couple hours. And within a half dozen, I've got about a grain variance between all the shafts, and that's no sorting, matching components and those sorts of things. So really impressed with the tolerances that Altra is putting out. Another thing that I had been doing in my other setups was nock tuning. I think it's an important resource that as archers we do make sure all our arrows are coming out of the bow the very same, and I didn't have to do that. Now I did run them all through paper just to make sure, and again, the consistency has blown me away. Now I will say that my time behind these is very limited, but I'm excited to get more time behind the exalt. I'll make a separate video for that, but indoor isn't really my favorite thing in archery, but it gets time behind the bow and time on the range. So hopefully I get to catch you on the range, and we'll see you next time.